Iran has fired a missile at Israel that has shocked the entire world. According to confirmed reports, it was Iran's Fatah hypersonic missile.
A weapon capable of flying at an incredible speed of Mach 15. That's 15 times faster than the speed of sound. Since last night, Iran has launched several such missiles.
Of all Israel's attacks in the past 20 months, the most dangerous was bombing Iran's nuclear sites. Since June 13, followed by the United States' huge contribution last weekend, there's been widespread concern of a deeper regional war. Iran retaliated against Israeli and American bombers by firing missiles towards a major US base in Qatar. It warned them in advance. Then came accusations of Iran continuing the conflict.
This morning, about 20 missiles were fired from Iran at various areas across the country, most of which were intercepted. Unfortunately, there are dead and injured at the strike site in Beersheba.
In Tehran, a TV announcer read a statement by Iran's general staff of its armed forces. A denial that any missile was fired from Iran towards Israel after a ceasefire had been talked about. As air raid sirens sounded again over Haifa, Tel Aviv and Jerusalem, people there and in Tehran are fearful of how long a ceasefire will hold and what may happen next.
This ceasefire should have happened much earlier because it's the people who are paying the price, whether it's our people or theirs. Both sides are bearing the cost, so it's better that this happens sooner rather than later.
As they say, better late than never, and I hope this ceasefire is a new beginning for Israel and for Iran and for the Middle East.
As Israelis face the same devastation that's been endured in Gaza, ordinary lives are destroyed. Internationally, there are calls now for meaningful negotiations and for leaders to find a way to solve rather than create problems.
Facts have proved that military measures cannot bring peace. Dialogue and negotiation are the right way to solve problems. China is willing to work with the international community towards maintaining peace and stability in the Middle East.
On Monday evening, Qatar complained that Iran's attack on the Al Udeid airbase was unacceptable. In a more reflective mood, the Prime Minister now calls for a peaceful, nuclear-free region.
We urge the American and Iranian sides to return immediately to the negotiating table regarding the nuclear talks and reach a diplomatic solution, one that the state of Qatar has always sought.
If this 12-day Israel-Iran war is over, then diplomacy and influence can perhaps be focused on a much longer war and the continuing suffering of people in Gaza. Yolo Abdavid, CGTN.
Just minutes before this ceasefire was due to come into place, Iran launching multiple attacks across Israel. And this is where one ballistic missile landed. You can see these are all residential apartment blocks. You can see windows blown out, balconies thrown to the ground. But actually what you're looking at, the damage to these vehicles, is secondary. The main blast landing in that residential apartment block over there. The missile slamming. But also, there were 4 people sheltering in one of those small buildings, and tragically, they all died in the final few hours of what was supposed to be a ceasefire. You can see the media teams here, media from around the world have been reporting constantly what's happening here, people trying to get news out of Iran, which has certainly been harder. Now, President Trump issuing this angry denunciation of Israel and also Iran, calling for both sides to abide by a ceasefire. But I think it's worth remembering that often when peace agreements are struck between two warring parties, they are incomplete. We saw this between Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon, both sides violating the ceasefire, infractions on both sides. We have to wait for many hours to see whether what you're looking at now was the last major strike by Iran, or whether or not this conflict goes on.